Welcome to SolidCAM Professor. I'm Sydney, your SolidCAM Professor, with one of many videos available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Next, I'd like to create some more chains as well, but this time I'm going to do it in the pocket operation. And the reason why I'm doing it in the pocket operation because the chains in pockets have a specific rule. For example, a chain in a pocket must be a closed chain. In other words, the beginning and the end of the chain must meet. Also, if you have a pocket that has islands in it, such as this one over here, the rule is that the first chain must be the outside boundary of the pocket itself, and the islands are the rest of the chains. So for example, in this area over here, I can go to auto constant Z, and then I would pick the first one, choose the direction, and I have the first chain. Then I can do the second chain, third chain, so on and so forth, picking every single one of these as a chain. Now note, I had to pick every single one of these, but this sometimes can take a long time, especially if you have many islands inside. So what we have for this is a different option. Now, instead of choosing the automatic option, we have what we call multi-chains. Multi-chains allows me to choose several chains in one click. If I were to click on Add Multi-Chain, we have here the option of Select Edges. All I have to do is click on this floor, and it'll pick up every single chain that is on that floor. Note, it automatically picked up the outside border, and it also took the islands as well and created a border around that. If I were to accept that, you'll note that the first chain is automatically the outside chain. The islands themselves are the inside boundaries themselves. Now, when creating a chain for a pocket, also it should be noted that the tool will always work within that boundary. Now I'd like to actually create two chains for this area over here. But note that this area over here is an open boundary. In other words, I want to actually be able to go in from the outside. So I'll go into multi-chains, and if I were to just click on this, it'll give me those two chains over there. Now I can accept this and just go to chain number 7 as shown over here. If I were to go to chain number 7, right click on it, I can say mark chain as open. This will allow the tool actually to go past that boundary itself when working on the pocket. And actually what kind of control we have, we'll show you that when we talk about our pocket operations themselves. Now, another way to create this with the open pocket is simple. And again, I'll go into multi-chain. This time, I'll choose the option of faces. If I choose the option of faces, we have a filter that opens up, loop filters. Now, loop filters allows me to choose external loops, internal loops, or both of them. So this is an external loop and this is an internal loop. And I can also say over here, mark all edges of the loop as open. If I were to click on that and then click on this surface, note the outside edge is automatically open as shown over here. Now going back to my multi-chain again, this option of faces with the loop filters is also good in this area over here as well. For example, if I were to click on this face right now, it'll choose the outside border, but it'll also choose the holes. The holes is something I do not want at this point. So all I have to do in this particular case is just take off the check mark from internal loops, and it'll only do the external loop. If I were to click on this face now and accept it, note it'll only choose the outside loop as my chain, leaving the holes alone and without creating any kind of loop around that as well. Now, another option that we have in multi-chain is the option of CAD selection. CAD selection allows me to choose a chain that was created actually from a sketch inside SolidWorks itself. For example, if I were to click on CAD selection, I can open up my SolidWorks manager shown here on the side, and I can go and click on a specific chain. For example, I can click on this chain over here, or open up any other option that I want, such as this one over here, and choose the sketch. Now when I click resume, I've actually created a chain from that sketch itself, and it goes into this list of chains. So I can do that from SolidWorks itself, from the actual manager of SolidWorks as shown over here. Now, before we finish the subject of chain geometries, let me just talk a little bit about what we have over here itself. If I were to right click on any one of these, say the first one over here, I can always replace it, and when I click on replace, it'll just gray out and allow me to instead to create another chain instead of the one that I have over here. Another option we have over here is insert, to insert a chain in between the next chain. Edit, making an edit on the chain that we've created. I can also reverse direction. For example, if I have chain number 4 as shown over here and it has a specific direction, I can just right click on it and just reverse the direction as shown over here. We also have rename option over here to give the chain a specific name, set whether to go clockwise or counterclockwise, and we even have an option for marking open edges. For marking open edges, let me, for example, take this chain going over here. I'm going to create a chain from here going around auto constant Z. Now, if I'm using a pocket operation, this is not necessarily good because I want to be able to actually go in from the outside over here. So I'm allowed to mark this edge as an open area. All I have to do over here is right click on the chain, mark open edge, and I just click on this element itself, accept it, and this chain is now open on that edge. And you can see it's actually now under a different color as opposed to the rest of the chain. For more videos on SolidCAM Professor, please go to our website, www.solidcam.com, and look for the tab called SolidCAM Professor. Thank you for joining us on SolidCAM Professor. Take care and have a nice day.